from Cardio Golf, and what I want to do right now is turn the camera around so you can see what's going on outside. And you can see not a lot is going on right now because there is a lot of snow on the ground. I'm in North Carolina, and if you're like me, in a part of the country where there's a lot of snow and cold, you haven't really been playing golf. So what I want to do today is show you a couple of ways that you can practice your game inside so that you'll be ready to play when that snow finally melts and we can get outside. So I just want to show you my secret weapon for practicing indoors. This is called the Cardiogolf Shortee Practice Training Club, and it's short for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's short so that you can swing inside and that you're not going to bang the ceilings or the walls, because sometimes we don't have a lot of space to swing inside. Second of all, the club face is closer to the hands, so it's really easy to see the club face and monitor to make sure you're squaring the club face, especially at impact. It's a great training aid for checking your club face. Third, the club is a little bit lighter than a regular club. It has some weight to the head like a real iron, but it's a little bit lighter, so you can swing the club a little bit faster and help you create clubhead speeds. You see, clubhead speed's what's going to help you create more distance. So if you can swing the club a little bit faster and get used to doing that, that'll translate when you go and actually hit balls on the golf course. So my friends at golfgym.com helped me design this Shortee Practice Training Club, and it's available on cardiogolf.com right now so that you can get it and practice your swing inside even during this brutal winter. So let me show you a couple of ways to practice your swing inside with the Shortee Club. First of all, it's short. So obviously when you set up, the club head is not going to be touching the ground, but you still want to set up as if you were setting up to a real ball. So I'm just going to turn this way and set up as if I were going to hit a shot. And a way to make sure that you're setting up correctly is just to measure one fist and a thumb from the butt end of the club to your thigh, and that's about the distance you should be from this club. You don't want to be too close like this, and you certainly don't want to be too far. And obviously this club is short, it's not sitting on the ground. So just set up naturally. You want to have some nice hinge from your hips. Your back is relatively flat, your abs are engaged, your thighs are engaged, your weight is evenly distributed between your heels and your toes, and then you just let your arms hang down naturally, and now you're in an athletic position. So practice your setup indoors with the Shortee Practice Training Club. Get in front of a mirror and check your setup to make sure you have good posture. Another way to practice with your Shortee Club is to take your club to the gym and do practice swings in between your sets of exercises. And at most gyms, they have a step like this, so you can practice your uphill and downhill lies. So what you do is you set up as if you're on an uphill lie. I'm right-handed, so an uphill lie for me would be where my left foot is higher. And you want to practice setting up so that your body is angled at the same angle as the slope. And then from here, you can just go ahead and do practice swings and really practice getting into your backside at the top of the swing. This is a great drill, especially for people who tend to slice, people who tend to reverse pivot. This really helps you get into your backside. The slope obviously shifts your weight towards your backside. So you can practice and do a few repetitions to really make sure that you're getting into that backside at the top of your swing. So that's a great way to practice with the Shortee Practice Training Club. You can also practice the downhill lie. So you set up as if you were on a downhill lie and again slope your body towards the slope. And this is a great way to practice your follow through because obviously all your weight's on your front side on that down slope. So as you turn through, it automatically goes towards that front side. Where a lot of people go wrong is that they hang back and they never shift their weight. So if you practice on a downhill lie like this on a step in the gym, this will really help you get a good feeling of how you need to follow your weight towards the target. Another way to practice inside with the Shortee Club is just to practice your swing positions. So what I've done here is I've put a club down, a regular size club down, and that represents my target line. So when I set up, I'm going to really work on my setup, making sure that my posture is good and making sure that I'm parallel to my target line. Where a lot of people go wrong on the golf course is that they aim too far right and then they have to come over the top, or they aim too far left and then cut across the ball. So you want to make sure that your setup is correct. And by simply practicing this, you can really help your alignment. So set up here. From here, what we're going to do is practice our swing positions. So in cardio golf, I have a few swing positions that I work on. The first one is what I call the shake hands position. It's sort of that universal checkpoint in the golf swing where your right hand is like in a shake hands position. If you're a right-handed golfer like me, that club face is square. So this would be wrong, rolling the face open like this, or keeping the club face closed and trying to take it straight back. So that first position that you can work on is that halfway back position. You can see also this club is parallel to my target line. All right, the second position you can work on is the top of your backswing. At the top there, your weight should be on the inside of your back foot. This right knee, this back knee should be relatively bent because you're sitting into the side. You are not raising up and shifting your weight towards the target. So make sure that knee is flexed. At the top, at the top here, your elbows should form a nice little triangle. You don't want your elbows to be far apart with your arms bent like this. And you probably can't see, but at the top there, this club should be relatively parallel to your target line. So this is something that you can practice indoors if you have a mirror. You don't want it to be across the line or laid off. So just practice getting into a good position at the top of your swing. Look down at where the ball would be. The next thing you can practice is your transition. Swing to the top, and then as you start down, there's a little bit of weight shift, and that weight shift is what brings the club back on plane. So you can see I'm leading with the butt end of the club right here. And because this club is shorter, I can see the club face is square. You can see if I swung through like this, I'm coming over the top and I'm closing down that club face. Or if I swing through like this, I'm laying the face too far open. So you can practice your transition, making sure it's coming down on plane. The next position is impact. Right here, I can see the club face a lot closer to my hand, so I can make sure that club face is square. Obviously, if I swing through and stop at impact and the club face looks like this, the ball is going to go to the right. Or if I come over the top and throw the club head from the outside, I'm going to hit behind the ball, close the club face down. So you can check your club face at impact. That's why I love this club so much. Then from here, you can continue on and practice your release, which is the reverse shake hands position. And then when you finish, get this club, this shaft, to touch you between the shoulder blades to make sure you finish your swing. Where a lot of people go wrong is they swing and then stop their swing. Practice, especially when you're doing it without a ball, to accelerate all the way through to the finish so this club touches you on the shoulder. So practice those positions often. Practice that halfway back, stop, check your club face, go to the top, stop, come down to the transition, stop at impact, make sure that club face is square, check your release, and then make sure that club touches you between the shoulders for the finish. When you finish, someone should be able to see the spikes on the bottom of your shoe because you don't want to hang back like this. So with this Shortee Practice Training Club, it's easy to practice those positions and stop and chuck the club face. So do that often, and that's a great way to practice inside. So with your Shortee Practice Training Club, there's no excuse that you can't practice your golf swing inside. This club is easy to swing inside because it's shorter, so you're not going to whack the ceilings or the walls. It's light, it's easy, it's portable. You can do this while you're watching TV. You can take it to the gym and do some practice swings between your sets of exercises. It's just a great training aid to have. Visit Cardiogolf.com to get your own Shortee Practice Training Club, and please subscribe to my channel if you'd like me to post more videos so that you can practice your golf game inside.